my name is Tori and I'm a Winnie the Pooh collector from the UK. One topic I feel like we've been talking about quite a lot on my channel this year is my Pez collection. Let me just give you a refresh in case you're new around here. So we've got the Eel, Pooh and Tigger Pez that are from the new release of the Pez's. I say new release, these are from about 2022. I am undecided on whether to keep these in the box or take them out of the box. All of my other Pez are out of the box, but all in all I'm in the box collector for everything else, but I feel like with these I might take them out, and because I kind of want to throw the sweets away, but then it feels like it goes against everything about me as a collector being an in the box collector. But all of my other Pez are out of the box. That's a whole different side story, but anyway, that's just the kind of mental battle I keep having whether to take them in or out of the box. But anyway, these are the 2022 releases. They didn't release Piglet for a reason we'll get onto. In the 90s they did a collection of 6 Pez's, Pooh, Eel and Tigger, that they re-released in 2022, and then they also did Piglet, Lumpy and Roo. They decided not to re-release Piglet in 2022 because Piglet was actually discontinued early in the 90s because Pez deemed Piglet to be their least bestseller and thought he was the least popular character. That's absolutely crazy to me. So once I'd got my hands on those 6 Pez, I thought that was mission over, set, complete, mission accomplished. But nothing's ever that simple as a collector, is it? It's never that simple. My friend on Instagram made me aware about giant Pez, and I found this guy on Vinted, a giant Pooh Bear Pez. Let me just compare him with your standard size Pez. I didn't even know giant Pez was a thing until I saw him, which then obviously sent me down the rabbit hole of them, seeing which else I needed. And in the Winnie the Pooh world, there is only Tigger I need. They only made Pooh Bear and Tigger in the giant Pez as far as I'm concerned. But in the generic world of Pez, they made quite a few of these. I think, if I remember from when I was researching, these were from the early noughties. How cool. I don't think they actually were sweet dispensers, but they like function as one. I just don't think they actually were one, because you'll notice on the bottom of Pez it has like the bit where you can push the bit up. This one is full. I don't think they actually dispense giant sweets. That would have been very cool. So then I thought, okay, I just need Tigger. I just need Tigger and then I've completed the standard set and the giant set. But no, it's still not that simple. Turned out I had a whole wet mission to go, and so I did what any collector does. I sat down and had a search through the internet. The ones that I needed weren't available in the UK. One's collection I could only find one website for, which was a US candy shop based in the US. And that was from like 2017, so it wasn't even like it was an up-to-date website. So I kind of just sat it on the back burner, had it for something that I'd look out for, but not on top priority, because it seemed that like none were available in the UK. Piglet was hard enough to find in the UK. And then last week I was listing some Pez on Vinted, not Winnie the Pooh Pez, just I think I was listing a Disney Princess collection and a Frozen collection. My Vinted is in the description if you were interested. But I was listing these Pez on Vinted and it just made me think I hadn't searched for these Winnie the Pooh ones in a while. So I checked Vinted, there was nothing on there. And then I also checked eBay, and after a little bit of scrolling, I found a bundle. I've got 4 in here. 3 of them I need. 1 of them is a duplicate for one I already have. But funny enough, the character that I've got a duplicate of is the character that my mum collects because it's my mum's favourite character. So I'll just give my duplicate to my mum. And then I've got 3 that I've been after. 2 of them completes another subset, which you'll understand. 1 of them I didn't even know existed, which now means I've opened up another category I need to complete. But we got some Pez. We're another step closer to completing my Pez collection. Once I show you this Pez I didn't know existed, once we've tracked down those, after I've got number 1, I think there's 4 in total, so I need to get 3 more to get. I think once I've got those 3 and the giant Tigger, then my Pez set is complete. Unless anyone else wants to drop any more bombshells on me about there's more that I'm forgetting. But as it currently stands, I need 3 more and 1 giant, and then I've completed it for now. There's always more. So it was listed on eBay for £12.90 or best offer. So I sent them an offer of £10. Whenever I'm making offers on anything like eBay or Vinted, because I do a lot of selling on eBay and Vinted, I always think if I had something listed for that amount, what amount would I accept? Like, that's my kind of way of reasoning. You know, what would I accept? Like, I don't accept cheeky offers, and so I wouldn't expect someone else to take a cheeky offer. So I'd offer what I'd accept. So I was up for £12.90. I offered them £10. It was like rounding it down. They declined my offer and countered back, wait for this, £10.78p. I don't know. I accepted it. I don't know why they wanted an extra 78p, but I let them have their 78p and I brought it. So I think without further ado, let's open it up. My address is right here on the top, so I will just have to open it up off camera down here. I'm very excited about these. It's one of those things I very rarely see in the UK, so I couldn't mess it up. Nicely packaged, I appreciate that. We've got some brown paper on either side, and then the Pez themselves are in this little sandwich bag wrapped up in bubble wrap. I don't know how you can see that, but they're individually wrapped in bubble wrap. So I appreciate that. I appreciate good packaging. Whenever stuff arrives like this, you can always, side story, I can always tell when I buy something off eBay or Vinted, how it arrives to me, how it's been packaged, is how you can tell the seller knows if it's a collector's piece or not, or if it's someone having a clear out. This seller clearly knows they're collector's pieces and not someone just clearing out their old Pez dispenser toys. That is packaged by a collector. So I was going to say we'll go through them in order, but I'll go through my duplicate one first, and that happens to be the one right at the bottom, so I'm going to have to take them out. I'm really happy with how these have been packaged. This is very good. So my duplicate one, oh, they're sellotaped as well, wrapped in bubble wrap and then sellotape to keep them in place. Very well packaged. I can't actually get into it. Has that done it? Wait, I was saying this was my duplicate, but I think this is my 2022 eel, and this is the one that they've sent me, which I thought was a duplicate. But now looking at them side by side, I think this might be the one from the 90s. As you can tell, the nose colour is a little bit different, and the colour in general is a bit different. Along his ear bit at the top there, his ear has obviously like fell off once upon a time, and it's been glued back on, and there's a little glue streak there. So that is a little disappointing. I obviously couldn't see that in the photo that was listed because they only had like the one photo from like the front of them. So that bit is a little bit disappointing. I will see if that will clean up. But as a side-by-side glance, and his ears are a little bit different as well. So although he is genuinely the same mould, the colours are different. So if I take an educated guess, I want to say this is the eel from the original 90s release. So he's technically not a duplicate. But I still probably will end up giving him to my mum. Or I'll unbox this one and give one to my mum, because I don't need two eels, even though they're different years. Moving on to these two. These are the ones that I was saying that I saw on the US Candy website, and the website listing wasn't up to date. I don't think the website was even like a running business anymore, because it just was like from 2017. Couldn't find, that website was the only like bit of trace of them I could find on the internet. So I didn't hold up much hope of finding them, but they were in the bundle and I got very excited to see them. So let's go through these next. I need to find the little gap for where's best to cut the sellotape. Snip, snip, snip. I might keep these little rolls of bubble wrap because they're perfect size, because obviously they've wrapped their Pez in them. As I said, I'm listing Pez. I've got bundles of Pez on my Vinted. So if someone buys them, that's the bubble wrap you're getting. Anyway, I've opened up Pooh Bear. I'll just open up Tigger as well because they do go together. So these are from the Winnie the Pooh Disney Junior TV show, My Friends Tigger and Pooh. I do think there is a third one in this set to get, but I'm not too worried about it. So it's Pooh Bear and Tigger in their superhero costumes from the cartoon show. The third one I think I've seen in this. I am pretty sure I have seen somewhere. I'm not too sure where I'm getting this from, but part of me believes they did a Pez of the superhero costumes as well, of the character Buster. He is the dog in the show My Friends Tigger and Pooh, and I think they did a Pez of him in a superhero costume as well. I don't know where I'm getting this from, but I've just got it in my mind that that is a thing. I don't know. But I'm not too worried about collecting Buster. If I come across him, I'll get him. I'm not going to go out of my way to find him, and I won't lose sleep over not having him. And I won't class my collection as not complete just because I don't have him. Does that make sense? No offense, Buster. But anyway, let's talk about the Pez we have got. So you've got Tigger. He's got the blue base with the superhero logo there of the question mark. And then he's got on his superhero goggles as well. His paintwork's in really good condition, and all in all, he is in very good condition. And then we have got the Pooh Bear, same blue base with the superhero bit there, and he's got his blue t-shirt on, so you can just kind of see the collar bit there. And he has got his superhero mask just up on his forehead. The only thing about Pooh Bear, all in all, he's good condition. Just he's got a bit of paintwork fading on his eyebrows, if you can see. Just particularly this one, his left one. But other than that, it's fine. Like, if I had a steady enough hand, I could probably fix that. But all in all, he's fine. So these are the ones I thought I was going to have a hard time finding, because I was like zero traces of them on like the UK internet anyway. I could find them on a out-of-date US website. So I'm very happy to have them. If the Buster one is a thing, I'll leave a picture here. If it's not and I've dreamed it, I'm just waving my hand here for no reason. So we'll find out. But as I said, I'm not too worried about that. On to the fourth and final Pez in the bundle. The one that I didn't know existed, and the one where I think I'm going to have to complete another set. Oh, that is so cute. Wait until you see it. So I don't think I need to do any research to find out whether I need to collect more of these. I think you can all agree with me. Take an educated collector's guess. There's going to be a Pooh, Piglet, Tigger versions of these. So you have got the Pez dispenser down here in this nice pink colour. And then you have the character, so in this case we'll call Eeyore, just sat on top of a little base. So it's got Pez along there. And you've just got, look how cute Eeyore is. Are you looking at that? Are you seeing that? That is so adorable. He is so cute. I don't know what's about him, but he just looks so cute. He looks like he needs a little bit more hair on top of his head. But I had never seen this style Pez before until I was looking at this bundle. So obviously now I need to complete this set, let alone in the world of Winnie the Pooh, but in Pez in general, because in case you hadn't worked out by me mentioning that I've been listing Pez on my Vinted, during like, I think it was like lockdown and pre-lockdown, so like 2019, I just collected Pez in general. I just collected all like Disney Pez, Marvel Pez, and now I'm having a clear out. I'm like, I don't need all those Pez. So if you want to start a Pez collection, check out my Vinted, because I'm listing them in bundles in like categories of whatnot. Other than Winnie the Pooh Pez, I know what I'm talking about in Pez in general, because I have quite a collection of them. So Winnie the Pooh aside, Pez in general, I've never seen this style. All the ones that Pez I'm used to seeing are, you know, what we're used to talking about, where it's like got the character head. I've never seen these before where it's like the character, like the whole character sat on top of this little base. So I'm assuming they did these for more than just the Winnie the Pooh ones. Obviously they would have. Do you know what these are reminding me of? This is going to be so niche, and I don't know how many of you are going to remember this, because I only have a very specific place where I remember them from. If I can find a picture, I'll include it here, because I feel like I need to back up my words here. But in the early noughties, I remember on the ferry from Dover to Calais, obviously for my Disney trips, I remember in the shop they used to sell these tuber Smarties, literally about that big, and they'd have like literally like this kind of style as like the plug, you know, the stopper on the end of the tube, and they had like the Winnie the Pooh ones, they had loads of Disney ones. That's what this is reminding me of. I really hope I can find a picture to put in, and I really hope you know what I'm talking about. That's the only place I can remember seeing them, and I remember that being such a big part of like my Disney trips in my childhood, those Smartie tubes, and wanting to collect them, all the characters on top. So now I'm on the mission that there's definitely got to be Pooh, Piglet and Tigger in these. So I've got these 3 to find and a giant Tigger. So those are my bundle of 4 Pez off of eBay. I'm very happy with them. Let's work out the cost price of what I paid for them each, because I paid £10.78 for the lot. How much was that each? Okay, £10.78 divided by 4 is £2.69, which I think is pretty good price for these two. I know are definitely early noughties. He, I believe, is the 90s one. I have no idea about this one, but I'm going with early noughties, 90s. So I'm pretty happy with that. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. I hope you did enjoy it. Let me know in the comment section down below, were you a Pez fan when you were a kid? Did you collect them? Do you have any now? If not, which was your favourite from this video? If you enjoyed this video, please do pop that thumbs up button. If you'd like to see more from moi, do click subscribe down below. And while you're down there, don't forget to ding the notification bell, and you might as well. You're already down there. And I'll see you guys real soon. Bye!